What if the Bears are on the brink of a seismic shift, the kind that echoes through Hollis Hall and sends ripples across the league? Could A.Z. Trapelo, yes, the same player everyone has been tossing around in trade rumors, be the unsung hero that this defense desperately needs as it confronts an uncertain future? Hit that like button, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report for every adrenaline-pumping development, and tell us below, do you believe this team can finally shake off the ghosts of past failures and defy the odds? Whispers are flickering through the Windy City like an ominous storm brewing. Sources, fresh from the inner sanctum of practice, allege that skepticism looms overhead regarding Trapelo's role. Will he be the victim of a cruel cut, or a pivotal piece in this highly evolving puzzle of ours? Fans and the media alike have been dissecting every thread, speculating whether the Bears could pull the trigger on a move that would send shockwaves throughout the roster. Imagine the pressure mounting in those humid summer practices. Fingers crossed as you cling to your bear down flags. Could this be an opportunity lost and a case of panic setting in when stability is crucial? The true significance of a ZIE. Trapelo transcends numbers on a stat sheet. He embodies the heart of a franchise, fighting through adversity, struggling to forge an identity while under the weight of storied expectations. Rest assured, whether it's the thunder of 1985 or branding moments of heartbreak from 06 and 18, this franchise has been redefined by undisputed warriors in the trenches, the unsung players who rose to the occasion when it mattered most. The Bears of old were about grit and determination, and let me tell you, Trapelo has shown flashes that suggest he can be that very player to help usher in a revival. But if the whispers turn into thunder and he's cast aside, are we prepared for the chaos? If the Bears fail to see his worth, could we be looking back at another era of missed opportunities where potential legends turned into mere footnotes? What if the core of this defense does not just falter, but breaks under the suspense of these decisions? Who will be left to pick up the pieces when the game gets tough? The implosion could lead this team down a dark path that has haunted them for decades. With Trapelo's raw talent, he may just turn out to be the lockdown force this team craves, but the clock is ticking and the pressure is mounting. Every training camp day brings new intensity, and now, as we stand at the crossroads of unbridled hope and simmering dread, the future feels precariously balanced on a tightrope. The wind is howling louder with every passing moment, and every Bears fan needs to stay locked in, because the choices made now will make or break this season. Stay alert as we delve deeper into this narrative, because we've only scratched the surface. Part 2 is set to reveal secrets that will keep you on the edge of your seat, and you won't want to miss what's lurking just around the corner in the annals of Bears history. Folks, I'm telling you, if you're not ready to look this franchise in the eye and scream like you've seen that glorious blue and orange come from behind in the fourth quarter, then what are we even doing here? We've endured too much heartbreak, from the sweet taste of 85 glory to the shattering double doink of 18. Now, while we're gritting our teeth through our doubts, picture this. What if we're not just stuck in a cycle of disappointment? What if behind those closed doors at Hollis Hall, a revolution is brewing, one that could shatter the chains of mediocrity that have clamped our beloved Bears for decades? Imagine the chemistry within the locker room, the whispers of shared dreams, flickering like candlelight on a dark night. What if the young guns are finally getting fed up with the weight of our broken past and deciding to forge a new path? Justin Fields, Khalil Herbert, and a raft of defensive talents are hungry for greatness. You can feel that determination electrifying the practice fields. But what if the front office is about to make the kind of power plays that could either turn the tide or unleash chaos? You know the pack, son of the Windy City, they're circling like vultures, ready to capitalize on our slip-ups. The Lions, they're no longer the lovable losers we chuckled at. They're becoming contenders, and those purple-tinted Vikings are already buzzing about their playoff plans while we've lingered in the shadows. And let's be real, what's the balance we've got to strike here? Every decision they make echoes with the spirits of Mike Singletary pounding through the locker room walls and Brian Urlacher's looming presence that once intimidated every quarterback who dare walk on our field. Now, we're shaping decisions. On draft day, with the memories of disappointment still heavy on our shoulders, we're navigating our destiny. It's either the start of our redemption story or yet another descent into the purgatory has become our reality. Picture it. You're at Soldier Field on a crisp autumn day. The sky a brilliant blue just begging us to see the possibilities. But deep down, you can feel the doubt creeping in like lake wind off Soldier Field in December. You can almost hear the echoes of those past playoff berths slipping away, haunting us, reminding us of what we've lost. Players are left staring at the walls, some wearing their scars like badges of honor, others questioning whether the fight is still worth it. Look back at the epic failures, 85, when the monsters of the Midway rose only to falter in adversity, and again in 06 when we saw Rex Grossman's missteps haunted by a mythical bear's roar. How many more times do we put ourselves out? There just to see the universe mock us as Game Plan A gets crushed under the weight of oppression from the enemy teams? What if this is that tipping point, the moment we dive into the depths of failure only to resurrect like Hester returning? Kicks for touchdowns, igniting the crowd into a fever-pitch ecstasy while buried emotions rise from the ashes? Or does the specter of failure linger above us, whispering in our ears that we'll always be just a step away from ultimate glory, yet eternally fighting against the ghosts of our past? Could it be that as we stand on the brink of a new season, our minds full of what could be, we're unknowingly teetering on the precipice of a season that could shatter or elevate our very souls as fans? Are we ready to strap on the colors of hope, or are we doomed to watch success slip through our fingers like sand? One play, just imagine that. One play could change everything, but if they slip on the pressure like we've seen in the past, is it yet another year of torment? This city cries out for change. And so I ask you, are we daring enough to believe again, or are we doomed forever to speak of the glories that once were, while we count down the days till next September in a haze of shattered hopes? Bear down, Chicago. The wind is shifting. Will we stand resolute or cower before another storm? We're talking about an offensive evolution that can shatter the chains of mediocrity dragging us down for decades. Just imagine if Matt Eberflus finally lets loose that explosive, dynamic offense we've been starved for since our sweet Hester return kicks with that electric poise only he could muster. The locker room whispers ignite such fervor, players eyeing each other with that glint of possibility. They know this isn't just football. It's a reckoning. Meanwhile, across the league, you think Rodgers isn't monitoring everything like a hawk waiting to strike? You know the Packers, Lions, and Vikings are adding fuel to the fire with every little report and rumble from our camp, watching our cracks for the takedown. What if we unleash this torrent, catching rival teams flat-footed and vanquishing them in their own backyards?